it's Kerry. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to those of you who are new here. I upload every Tuesday and Friday on health, well-being, fitness, recipes, fashion, beauty, anything lifestyle is what I upload on. And today is a very exciting video because my Peloton bike has finally arrived. So I've never been on a Peloton bike before. I have I would say cheap, but it wasn't that cheap, £150 spin bike that I got from Amazon last January, but obviously I've had a year now. I've done nearly 700 miles on it and I decided it was time to upgrade to the Peloton. So today it has arrived. I am going to show you how we put it together, how I have downloaded the app, the shoes to get, the cleats. I'm hoping the cleats that I've got to work with these shoes will actually fit the Peloton bike. Won't know that just yet, but I will give you all of that information. But in the meantime, you can just marvel at my new bike. I know it's kind of in its wrapping at the moment, but I will be taking all of that off. And then over there you have my older bike. But this one is what we are going to be putting together today. And I'm very, very, very excited. So yes, we can watch and have fun. Well, you can watch and have fun whilst we put it together. So I've had my first epic fail with the bike. I have the bike, I have the screen, I have no bolts to put the screen on the bike. So I have called Peloton and they've told me that it's going to take up to a week for me to get the bolts to go in the back of the screen. So I now can't use the bolts or the bike even. So yeah, I'm not very happy, and their customer service agent that I spoke to couldn't give a shit. So yeah, I don't know why I'm laughing. I think probably because I would cry otherwise, but it looks like I'm gonna have to wait a week before I can actually get on the bike and get it all going. So yeah, I'm not very happy. I have asked for a manager to call me back, but apparently that won't happen for up to 3 days either. So yeah, great stuff, Peloton, well done. Customer service, A+. So a few days later now, and the screws finally turned up just under a week after I had the bike delivered. So they have come, they have been inserted, and the bike is now up and running, and I will show you. One bike with screen. So before you get on the bike, you need to think about your shoes. And you need to get the ones that are clip-on, because of the pedals on the bike obviously are ones that you put the cleats in. Now the cleats that you want to have are called Look Delta cleats. Generally you'll have to buy them separately to the shoe, but you can purchase the shoes on Peloton themselves for £120, such like these ones, which are quite comfortable to wear. Although I have found my toes go numb in them, but then I do have another pair and that's the same with those as well. Not too numb, not like massively uncomfortable, you just notice it after a while. And so the buckle that you have on these is you can just lift that up and it will tighten it, or you can just push it down, I think, and pull it out. Maybe it's not push it down, hang on, this one, I think, push it up. So you've got a little bit in here that you just push up, and then that will release those. So yeah, you want to get the Look Delta cleats. So that means, because you've got 3 screws or points where you screw the cleats into these. Now luckily I had a very nice friend who sent me these ones, thanks Sharon. So I'm very happy with that, but I did get some other ones as well, because I was told that the Peloton ones can be quite hard. So I then went and bought some Muddy Fox ones from Sports Direct, and I think they were £35. I did pay £8 delivery. That's because I wanted it quick shipping, but I'll show you those. So these are my Muddy Fox ones. So these are just Velcro. And you can see these are the Look Delta cleats. So you've got the 3 pins here. And then obviously just tighten these on. These cleats I got from Amazon. I will link them in the description below. So they were $10.99. Now they are meant to have the little like rectangular, not even a washer, because these are kind of like washers, but there's supposed to be another metal rectangular bit that's supposed to go in here so that your cleats move about a bit. But with the cleats that we got from Amazon, we found that we couldn't actually get them in and put these like the washers in to hold them in place. So that was a bit of a pain in the arse, but it works nonetheless even with these, and you just then need to be able to clip them in. So I'll just give you a quick tour of the bike. So this is the view of the bike. The on button is just at the top here, so you just need to press that in for a couple of seconds or so for it to then turn on, and there is volume button just here, which I wasn't sure where it was. My husband had to come in and turn it down when I was on the bike the first time. You've got a headphone jack there, but I don't believe in headphone jacks. I want to play my music loud, so that's how we have it. So whilst that then sets up there, I'll just take you around the rest of the bike. So you've got your handlebars here, which are adjustable via this here, so you can just lift the handlebars up and down as you see fit, to make it the right ride height for you. Obviously you've got your drinks holders here, so I have my drink holder in this one, and then I have a face mist in this one just because I get so hot, and then we have obviously the resistance band here, and then just moving down here to the pedals. So you will see that these ones, you do actually need proper clip-in cleats. For those, you wouldn't be able to ride them with trainers, or you could, but your feet would slip off quite easily. And again, you can adjust your seat height here and your seat depth. So that's all quite nice. So I like the fact that it's got from 1 to 13, or probably more actually down here, and then from A through to J, or the stop button there. So that's great. And I think as well you can move your seat backwards and forwards this little bit here. Not that I've done that, but I have set up the bike for me, and my husband tends to use the same settings that I do. But when you go on and have your first class, they will tell you you know, what the cadence is, so that's your speed, and then your resistance as well. But then when you log up, or log in even, it's really easy to set up. So I just had to put in the email address that I'd set up my Peloton account on, which I'd done when I ordered the bike, and then you can also order the app for it. And set the app up there, and then my husband added in his name as well. So all I want to do now is just click on my profile, or not even click, but touch screen, because it's all touch screen, and this screen is actually really big. I thought it was going to be a bit smaller. So you can see the classes that I've done. I've only done a couple of classes first. So you've got Tunde, who is out in the States, and then I had Leanne for my first ride. Bloody hell, that was hard. And that actually was this ride here that I did on Wednesday. So no, it wasn't actually, because my one was a 20-minute class, but they've got a 30-minute advanced beginner ride now. But you can then also, you've got these buttons across the bottom. So I've gone for programs, and I wanted to go for mastering the basics. So I've already done one class with Tunde, but she says on this one to recommend going for that class twice. But it gives you a whole 6-week program, and then you've got looks like a couple of different instructors. So you've got Tunde, and then you've got Emma Lovewell as well. So both of the rides that I've done so far I've really enjoyed. So you can just move these up. So this is the one that I did the first ride, and yeah, it really knackered me out. But luckily this ride here that I did with Tunde was actually easier than the than the one with Leanne. But it kind of made me feel like Leanne's one kind of made me feel like, oh, I haven't really actually been spinning that properly on my old bike. I had been, but not to the point that they push you. But it's really, really motivating, and they take you through everything as well. So all about, you know, what the cadence means, what resistance means, and they set them up for you as they go through the ride. So they'll tell you what to set your resistance at, and then what speed you should be cycling at as well. So I've only done 2 classes so far, but I'm now going to try class 3, and yeah, let's see how we get on with that. So it can be a little bit difficult to put the cleats into the pedals. I'm just going to try and show you now. It's a bit of a jig. So I like to try bring my first foot up here and try to clip the first bit under here, so the bit at the front, so get the bit under the front down, then move my foot down and try and clip in, and then the same on this one, move foot down, so it's a little tricky. Right, I think I'm clipped in. Yeah. So I'm now just going to select the class that I want. So I think because I've already done this one and I've done the other one on week 2 without knowing it, I did week 2 before week 1. I'm going to go with the 20-minute low impact ride from Emma Lovewell. And you can tell how many members that are there at the moment in it. You can tell the difficulty rating, so you do get to rate the class afterwards, which I'll show you, and then click start, and you come up with this. You have your leaderboard down the side, and then you've got your cadence, which is your speed, and then your resistance on this side. So let's start.
What's up, Peloton? You're here for a 20-minute low-impact ride. I'm Emma Lovewell. Happy you're here with me. This ride, we are going to stay in the saddle for the whole ride. We're going to listen to some fun music. It's a good mix of some indie and pop music that I love. I hope you'll love it too. We also have 1 climb in this ride, and then we have 2 flat road sections where you're going to be at 100 cadence. So let's talk about these numbers. In front of us, cadence on the left, that's the speed of your legs. Get anywhere 70 to 90 right now, please. Resistance is how heavy your wheel is. You control it with this knob right here. Turn it to the right to make it heavier. Turn it to the left to make it lighter. Press down the knob if you ever need your legs to stop. Middle number is your output, that's your power. It's the combination between cadence and resistance. That number determines where you are on the leaderboard. Honestly, for this ride, forget about it. No output, no leaderboard except to give love. All right, let's get that resistance. 20, 30, cadence somewhere between 80 and 90. We got a 3-minute warm-up. Let's just chill out and listen to some good music and sweat together. Here we go.
So that was more than a little tiring. But at the end you get your stats. So there is 128,594 people that have taken this ride so far, and I came 83,502. Total output kilojoules is 91. Average output, so that's the cadence and resistance together, was 76. Average resistance 33. Average cadence 84, which I think is the highest it's been. I've done just under 5 miles and 150 calories. And I'm very, very out of breath. But like I said, you get the opportunity to rate it as well. So you get to rate the ride overall, the instructor, the playlist, and the stream quality. So for me, I really enjoyed the ride. The instructor was really good. Playlist, not as much as high for that. The stream quality was fine, and the difficulty, and I think you can go back and check your difficulty rating as you've done this each time and see it improve. So for me that was quite difficult, and then you can submit that, and then I think you can exit this one And then it gives you the chance to do a cool down ride or stretch, strength, arms, etc. So I'm going to do another quick cool down ride now. Hopefully it won't be as hard as the other one. It's only 5 minutes, so let's go. Right, now that I'm suitably tired, I need to get myself off this bike. So for that, I just literally twist my legs out to the side and it should, there we go, clip off. A bit awkward, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. So at the bottom of the screen you've got the options of the programs, which I've already taken you through, and then you get the classes, which is the one I'm on at the moment. So these are the pre-recorded classes, and at the top of the screen you can pick which instructor, the length of the ride, the music genre, the class type. You can have subtitles in it if you want as well. So for all the instructors here, there's quite a few of them on here, obviously. So if you've got a particular instructor that you like, you can go for that. Again, you can choose your class length, anything up to 90 minutes. At this stage, I couldn't even think about doing a 90-minute ride, to be honest. About 20-30 minutes would be my my tops. And then if we have a look at the music genre, so you've got alternative down to rock. I know that they do some Disney inspired rides and some like Beyonce, so they do particular artists as well. I've seen one on there for Miley Cyrus. I know they do musicals as well. And then on the class type, again, you can pick which ones that you want from there. At the moment, I'm just sticking to the beginner classes. And then obviously we won't worry about subtitles, but you can see all the different instructors here and the type of rides that they are. I have been told that Hannah Corbin is pretty hardcore, so I'm not sure I'll be trying her just yet. And I'd been told about one rider or instructor called Cody, but I haven't actually seen him on here yet, and he's supposed to be really good as well. So yes, we've got all those types of rides, but if you wanted to do a live class, then they have these along here with the time that they're on and the days that they're on. So the 12 o'clock class with Hannah Frankson is on at the minute. There's 1,950 people in that class, which is crazy. And then there's another 60-minute power zone endurance ride, again, which you can sign up to, and there's 8,161 that have signed up for that. That's crazy. You've got, let's have a look, we've got a hip hop ride with Tunde. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, you can see there's a load of different live classes on here, and these are the ones where the instructors can actually see you. Well, not see you, but see that you've joined the class, and they'll do a shout out to you. If you're not hitting the cadence or the resistance, I heard that they can sometimes shout out to you, telling you to get into it a bit more. But again, you can choose which instructors, the length of the class, and again the type of class as well. And then there are a load of different challenges that you can choose to take part in. Now, because I've only started riding a little while ago, like earlier this week, obviously I'm not going to be able to do any of the January challenges because there's only 2 those days left. So I think I've gone one that was, joined one that was the annual one, yeah, so the annual 2021 one, and so that's what I've done. So I've done, I only need to do another 930 minutes until I've done 1,000 minutes. Yay, well done, Kerry. So I'm just going to click on that, and it gives you a bit more here. So you've got all the different challenge tiers here. So it's quite good at keeping you motivated to do those. You can obviously add friends on here. So I've got a couple of friends that I've got on here. And yeah, they're much further ahead with me, but I know that Sharon has had her bike for about a year almost, and Holding My Own, my friend Laura, has had her bike I think since October time. So yes, they're both much further ahead than me. It's actually Laura that convinced me to get the bike as well. by saying how much fun it is, how addicted you get to it, and I can definitely see it, because even though I've done 2 classes yesterday, I was like, oh, I feel like doing another one in the evening, but I didn't. But yeah, so we'll just tap out of that. And yeah, so you can get lots of different challenges, and then if you click on the more, you can do just ride at your own pace, with your own record your metrics whilst you ride. You can have your own music on it, so I've set mine up to my iTunes account, or you can do a scenic ride, which my husband did yesterday. You can do the different routes on here, so I think he did the New Zealand ride yesterday. I think he actually did a live one, I'm not sure, and it gives you your cadence and your resistance that you need to set it at when you're doing it. So that's quite good. So yeah, they've got loads of different ones that you can try. I wonder if they've got any in England. I don't know. There's not that much to see in England. Well, there is, but yeah. So anyways, that's just me having a look. So I'll just go back to the home button here, and yeah, so you can see all your instructors, the daily picks that they pick out for you, the most popular ones right now. And then you've got like your strength classes that you can do. Obviously you've got your challenges, etc. at the bottom there, and you can see which ones your friends are gonna which workouts your friends have taken, which is quite cool. And then you can actually, oh, here you go, look, you've got your featured tags along the bottom here. So if you've got a group of you together, you hashtag, you join your group even, hashtag, and then you can see the ones that, you know, the groups that are about that you could join, or have your friends. So Texas Southern, Wilberforce, I know my friend Laura is in a group. I'm pretty sure Sharon probably is too, but I don't know. But yes, so that's the screens, and yeah, really informative, and I can definitely see myself getting a little bit addicted to this. It's also worth noting that when you purchase shoes or spin shoes, that some of my friends have said to me that you need to size up in them. So I did size up in the Muddy Fox one. So my size is normally a 7. I got in the 8 in the Muddy Fox, and they are a little bit big for me. But then my husband got these shoes on Amazon for £55 from the brand Speed. They're the ones I almost went for until somebody recommended the Muddy Fox ones. He sized up in them and he's had no problems. And the Peloton ones we didn't need to size up in at all, so they were fine. But again, they are the most expensive at £120. And then also I've had my friends that have recommended Nike Super Reps, which are, I think they're in the same kind of price band as the Peloton ones, so they're quite expensive, but they are supposed to feel a little softer. My friend described them as being like slippers on the bike, but at the moment I'm going to stick with these ones, and then if I find that I want some other ones in future, then I will go online and have a look at the Nike Super Rep ones for my birthday in April. So what more can I say about the Peloton bike? I'm going to quickly go through the instructors that I've had so far, and then the different types of classes that I've tried as well. So there are a lot of Peloton instructors. So far I've tried Jess King. I think her favourite word is woo! Do get that quite a lot, and I love to dance. And she's definitely got a lot of energy. How she can even talk at the end of a class, I do not know. And then you've got Alex Toussaint, I think, or Toussaint. I don't quite know if I'm saying that properly. And the one thing I would take away from his class is he is definitely very motivated, and his favourite phrase is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I think that's probably because he's got a military school background, so you know, maybe that's where some of that comes in. But he's definitely motivates you and gets you to push yourself harder. Leanne Hainsby, she's the only English instructor that I've had so far. All of the rest have been American, and I think her phrase would be, "I'm proud of you," which is great. She used to be a professional dancer, so again, lots of energy, lots of motivation. I did find her class quite hard, but it was the first class that I did. And then you've got Tunde, and I think her favourite phrase is, "If you're in your head, get out of your head, please get out of it," which is quite funny. And again, she is, again, they're all really, really motivating, but I think I probably warmed to Tunde the most so far. I don't know, and you can read little bios of each of them as well on the app, if you've got the app on your phone as well. And I know that she'd had some issues with fluctuating body weight in the past, so I kind of, maybe that's why I like her more. I didn't know that she had had those issues before, but she's the one I think I'm probably most akin to, I think, so far. Today I did a class with Robin Arzen. I think Arzen, not quite sure how you say her name. And she was definitely really, really motivating, all about the power. But that could have been just because I did a climb class with her, which fucking killed my legs. But it's you know, it's done the job. And then I've also done a class with Emma Lovewell. Again, she used to be a professional dancer. I wouldn't necessarily say that she's got a particular phrase that she likes to say, but yeah, some of the other ones do have particular phrases. One of the instructors that I'm looking forward to trying out is Cody Rigsby. I think he's supposed to be like super fun and uplifting, and so I'm quite looking forward to trying out a class of his. In terms of the classes, as you saw, I've set a program up on mine where I'm going through all the beginner classes, and it's a 6-week program. I'm sure I'll get through them in less than 6 weeks, because at the moment I'm riding every day. So I've done 14 classes in 6 days, I think now, so just over 2 a day. In the last 3 days I've done 3, which has been hard. So I've done the main class, then I've done a warm down ride or cool down ride, and then I've just done a scenic route one. So there's loads of scenic routes in there as well. My husband even found one going up and down the Las Vegas Strip the other day, which if you've watched any of my other vlogs, you will know we are huge Vegas fans. We've been 4 or 5 times I think, and it's where we got married as well. So pucker on that one, love it. I've done a New Zealand ride, I've done a Switzerland ride, I've done on a state road through Utah. So yeah, you've got lots of different types of either classes or free spinning or whatever that you want to do. Obviously I'm doing the beginner ones, but then you have some low impact ones. So I've not really tried too much of a low impact one yet, but I should imagine that is less resistant, so less of a climb. And then you've got a power zone. Again, I've not tried that yet, but I think that's more about speed and power, so maybe again more of a climbing one. Obviously you do have your climb classes, and then you have live DJ, so I guess it's kind of like maybe a live DJ class. They do mention a lot of times the HIIT ones, so the high intensity interval training. So they've got lots of those types of classes on there as well. They have your heart rate zone. I think that's pretty self-explanatory if they're aiming to get your heart rate between this and this. They've got that. Now they do have some themed rides as well, which I'm really excited to try out. So I know they've got Disney ones, they've got movies, they've got musicals, and I am all over all of those. So once I get through my beginner classes, I will definitely be trying some of those themed ones. They have lots of different music genres as well. So today's class that I did with Robin was an 80s inspired one, and the music was brilliant. It started off with Phil Collins and In the Air Tonight. Brilliant. Absolutely love that song anyway. So yeah, and I am a child of the 80s, so yeah, kind of like that. And then you have like grooves, and there's another one called metrics, so I'm guessing that's all about your output that you're getting from it, average outputs, your kilojoules that you're burning, etc. So again, I've not tried that. And then you've got a pro cyclist one as well. Again, don't think I'll be trying a pro cyclist one because I'm not a pro cyclist, but you never know, I might get there one day. It might inspire me to do more. But they also do have some classes for pregnant ladies as well, so you know, don't be put off by the fact of getting a Peloton. You know, if you're pregnant or just had a baby, obviously I think when you're pregnant they tell you not to take on anything new, but if you're, you know, if you've been spinning already for a while and you're pregnant and you want to get the Peloton, don't be afraid of getting it. Obviously you're probably going to have quite a lot of other expenses in a few months time once you've had your baby, but I absolutely love the Peloton. And apart from the issue that I had when we first have it delivered and putting it together and it not having the screws for the screen, that was the only little bugbear that I had with it. And like I say, that wasn't anything to do with the bike. The bike has been perfect. That's just some not great customer service that I received. I'm not saying that they don't give good customer service, it's just my experience of it wasn't quite so good, and they never really did come back to me about my complaint. But we are where we are. The bike is brilliant. I've really enjoyed using it, and I'm going to continue to do 2, possibly 3 rides a day, and get myself fitter and healthier. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's definitely going to be addictive for me, as my friends said it probably would be, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it anyway, and I'm glad that my friends kind of talked me into getting one, because I had been thinking about it for a long while, and the fact that now you can get it through Klarna and pay for it over 39 months has just made it super affordable for me. But obviously you do need to look at what you're paying for it per month, and then you have to pay your £39 subscription a month if you want to still keep on getting all the metrics on it. And you can obviously do it on an app as well, and there are other things like strength training, yoga, weights and all sorts of other classes that you can get on the app, and it'll also come up on your screen as well. And they do also do the Bike Plus, which is one where you've got a screen that you can turn around the other way. I didn't worry about going for that one because my main aim is on the bike itself. So anyway, that is a complete review of Peloton Bike, how it works. I hope you found it useful. If you do have any questions on the Peloton Bike at all and how I'm getting on with it, then do let me know. I probably will do another update once I've got to that 100 ride mark on there, and give you another update and let you know how I'm doing. But anyway, I hope you liked. If you have, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know next time I upload. Anyway, that's it for now. Bye.